Start saving for your golden years with a Sagicor Lifestyle Approved Retirement Scheme. The time by Sagicor Life is
7 o'clock.
CVM News at 7 Wednesday, courtesy of
elife.sagicorjamaica.com.
CVM News at 7 Wednesday headlines, courtesy of Heart NSDA Trust, Jamaica's Human Development Agency.
Tonight in CVM News at 7, historic CRC report paves way for Jamaican Republic. Government defends a clear explanation on data breach, and 9 people shot, 1 dead in Grandspan.
Also this evening, St. Thomas Home continues to crumble above highway. In the business report, introducing the procurement catalog. And in sports, West Indies clash with South Africa in first T20 International. From Kingston, Jamaica, this is CVM News at 7. I'm Stephen McHugh.
And I'm Curlin Brown. It's Wednesday, May 22, 2024. Thanks as usual for joining us. A political storm is brewing with allegations of a data breach reverberating between the government and the opposition.
Now, at a press briefing Wednesday, Information Minister Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon backed Cabinet Minister Darrell Vaz's claims regarding opposition leader Mark Golding's private interactions with a government agency. Ramon Gordon has our follow-up.
At a media briefing earlier today, Information Minister Dana Morris-Dixon affirmed Cabinet Minister Darrell Vaz's statement regarding an alleged data breach involving opposition leader Mark Golding. Vaz, in a media interview recently, referenced Golding's private interactions with the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency, PICA. According to Vaz, Golding applied for his Jamaican passport at the age of 46, 5 years after his tenure as a senator, and also obtained a UK visa in 2022. The People's National Party PNP promptly responded by calling for an investigation into what they perceive as a significant data breach. They also said the development may also affect the government's already troubled National Identification Program NIDS.
In this data-driven age, every Jamaican is rightfully concerned tonight.
Vaz, however, refuted allegations that the information was obtained from PICA, asserting it came from within the PNP itself. In a Gleaner article yesterday, Vaz said, quote, "Nothing's a secret." Today, the new information minister sought to clarify that assertion.
He was very clear in his, very publicly clear, at least on social media, that the information that he received came from a member of the opposition party. I believe what he may have been saying when he said that nothing is secret is that when you are a public official, there are always people who know things about you.
Minister Morris-Dixon also defended the government's track record on data protection and says to date, there's been no evidence of a data breach from within government ranks.
There's no way that he would be saying that, it's okay to breach privacy, because he is the minister that had oversight for the Data Protection Act. So he's very seized of the rules. This is the administration that has been the most committed to the concept of data privacy. We've done a lot of work in promulgating the Data Protection Act, and that was coming out of listening to the people of Jamaica who had legitimate concerns about the privacy of their data.
CVM News tried contacting the opposition's information spokesperson for comment on the government's latest offence. That call and 2 others to the PNP's General Secretary, Dr. Dayton Campbell, and opposition leader Mark Golding went unanswered up to news time. CVM also contacted PICA for comment on the allegations of data breaches, but to no avail. Speaking from an overseas location, a defiant Vaz told CVM News the PNP has 2 options.
If they know that they have information that I got it from within PICA, provide it. If they don't, shut up and move on.
Ramon Gordon for CVM News.
The long-awaited report from the Constitutional Reform Committee, CRC, has been unveiled. The comprehensive document aims to guide Jamaica towards becoming a republic. Once again, we go to our reporter Raman Gordon for that update.
Finally, the eagerly anticipated report from the Constitutional Reform Committee outlining 50 transformative recommendations aimed at steering Jamaica towards republic status has been made public. Late Tuesday evening, the nation got its first look at the 100-page document, still void of the signatures of 3 CRC opposition members. Chief among the proposed changes, the establishment of the position of President to replace the Governor-General. According to the CRC's recommendations, this president would be nominated and agreed upon by both the Prime Minister and the opposition leader. The CRC suggests granting the president specific decision-making powers independent of the cabinet. Additionally, the proposed term for the president would be set at 7 years, with the possibility of a 5-year extension. While debates persist over whether to replace the Judicial Committee of the Privy Council with the Caribbean Court of Justice, the CRC proposes a potential referendum to settle the matter if consensus cannot be reached. Despite that bone of contention, both the government and opposition support retaining the parliamentary cabinet system. However, reforms are on the horizon. One notable proposal is the removal of references to Commonwealth citizens in the Constitution, making Jamaican citizenship the sole criterion for parliamentary membership. There were questions as to whether such a move would disqualify current opposition leader Mark Golding should he decide to retain his UK citizenship post-Republic. At a post-cabinet press briefing today, CRC member and constitutional expert Dr. Lloyd Barnett had this to say.
When we examine the matter, we examine it in the context of established principles. So this new dispute, call it that, which has arisen in relation to whether the nominal holding of citizenship, let me call it that, should be a disqualification, is one that we did not consider in that context. So it will have to be resubmitted to the committee.
Meanwhile, the CRC recommends omitting an impeachment process from the reformed constitution. Instead, focus is placed on accountability through other mechanisms. Addressing the current uncertainty surrounding election dates, the CRC suggests introducing a fixed duration for the life of Parliament and establishing a limited window for calling elections. The proposed changes, including titling the new constitution the Constitution of Jamaica, would undergo thorough scrutiny and debate, culminating in a referendum for the electorate to decide. Ramon Gordon for CVM News.
The police are now investigating a mass shooting in Grants Pen, St. Andrew, which claimed 1 life and left several people injured. With more details, here is Natalia Clark.
Residents in and around Grants Pen, St. Andrew were jolted into a state of shock and fear Tuesday night as the thunderous echoes of gunshots reverberated down their streets. As the night again grew quiet, it was pierced by frantic screams as it was found 9 people, including 4 women, were shot.
2 gunmen entered Pokey's lounge and started firing shots indiscriminately. 9 persons were shot. 1 person has unfortunately succumbed to the injury that she has received. The 8 others are currently in the hospitals receiving medical treatment. They are said to be in stable condition at this time.
The dead woman is 45-year-old Farah Anderson, known to many as Kimmy. Superintendent Sharika Service, the commanding officer for the St. Andrew North Police Division, says a motive has not been established for the bizarre late-night shooting. She stated that police and military presence is now heightened in the area and efforts will continue to weed out violence producers.
Since the start of the year, we have had several operational activities being done in the Grants Pen area, and in fact this has led to the recovery of 4 firearms and about 35 rounds of ammunition. But we're still faced with the issue of murders and shooting in the Grants Pen area, and that is why we want to call upon the public to provide any information that they believe can assist us in our investigation, to give us that information so that we can find out exactly what is happening in the area.
As investigations continue, Superintendent Service is assuring residents the police's #1 priority is to keep them safe. Natalia Clark, CVM News.
And now to a follow-up on a CVM News exclusive. Many have welcomed the St. Thomas new highway. However, one family is still grappling with the price they have had to pay for that infrastructure. While some progress has been made in their long struggle, a resolution seems out of sight. Once again, our reporter is Natalia Clark.
Up to February 2024, a family of 6, including a mother, her 6-month-old child, and a couple in their 60s, were using this rope as the sole means to access their home. They lost their driveway and much of their front yard as a result of the construction of the Southern Coastal Improvement Project SCIP. Since then, there's been some redress by the National Works Agency NWA and China Harbor Engineering Company Czech with the addition of a retaining wall and makeshift steps.
Even though it's been repaired, it's not been repaired properly. For one, it's not complete. For two, and the house still not repaired none at all.
You weren't compensated?
No, I'm still not compensated, none at all, from last year to now. And the damages still remain.
The damages include crumbling infrastructure and appliances rendered useless by associated power surge. The home is located along Morales Drive in 7 Miles, Bull Bay. Subsequent to CVM's coverage, NWA advised our news team and the family that there will be some assistance with relocating. However, the family is not pleased with the offer they got.
They told us that they would send a person to assist the house to see how much it value, and then they might negotiate a price. The thing what I fear the most with the fact that with further discussion with them, they told me that they don't respond about relocation and land. The only thing them responds towards just the house. So I was speaking to him and asked him that, what if you guys buy the house, where are we gonna stay? He said no response for that none at all. They don't care about the structure.
The family said it submitted the requested documents in March and are yet to get an update regarding that process. Trevane Dare believes there is still much that can be done by stakeholders in the interim, as the family remains fearful when it's windy or raining, despite the retaining wall.
It's incomplete, to be honest, and it's way below the house level. It's way below the land level. So, because common sense said that dirt, I just go over it. My hope at the moment right now is to get a proper engineering team where can respect the land for just deem say it's not safe none at all, based off of the road vibration, based off of the soil and where the structure itself placed.
NWA Communication Head Stephen Shaw, when contacted on Wednesday, said he was unable to comment on the family's ongoing plight before next week. Natalia Clark, CVM News.
And CVM News at 7 will continue in just a moment.
Headlines courtesy of Heart NSDA Trust, Jamaica's Human Development Agency.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline Morris, and I'm the owner and managing director of Port-to-Port Logistics. I've been in this business for 30 years. It's really getting goods from one location to the other. Logistics is a male-dominated industry, and as a woman, I do face some amount of gender biases from time to time. However, because of the excellent service we deliver, we have been able to grow our business. Sagicor Bank has been very supportive over the years. I've utilized their credit cards and loan facility as they play a key role in expansion of my business. One of the most significant lessons that I've learned as a woman in business is that hard work and quality service bring success, regardless of your gender. Customer service is everything.
Hey, how was school?
It was really good, but I'm really hungry. Can we get some juicy patties?
Sure we can. I never see a boil up patty like you.
You good?
No, Dad, I'm starving. Can we get some juicy patties?
Celebrating over 40 years of everyday moments.
This 10 seconds of calm is brought to you by Catherine's Peak. Everything good.
Welcome back. Senator Abka Fitzhenley was today sworn in as the new parliamentary secretary in the office of the Prime Minister, following the government's recent cabinet shuffle. His role as secretary took effect on Tuesday. According to him, the position is an opportunity to contribute to enhancing the lives of Jamaicans, a role he looks forward to fulfilling.
I take those duties seriously, and I understand that this position is not one of self-aggrandizement, but it requires a deep and serious commitment to advancing the interest of the people of Jamaica. And I commit to offering support in the office of the Prime Minister and to my colleagues in ensuring that that trend continues. I want to say to the people of Jamaica that I am not one who is caught up with the trappings of office. I recognize that an appointment such as this is an opportunity to zealously seek to advance their interest and secure their well-being.
Dr. Kevin Blake addressed rank-and-file members for the first time as police commissioner at the Jamaica Police Federation's 81st annual conference recently held in St. James. Now, in addition to outlining a new welfare branch within the police force, the commissioner explained the new branch is not intended to compete with the Jamaica Police Federation, but rather enhance and strengthen the existing support systems available to police officers. Ronaldo Adams tells us more.
Police Commissioner Dr. Kevin Blake reminded that officers are humans despite being the front line of defense. Dr. Blake argued that these officers often face perilous life or death situations. He insisted the least the police high command can do is ensure the officers' well-being is a priority. At Tuesday's opening of the Jamaica Police Federation's 81st annual conference at the Hilton Resort in Montego Bay, St. James, Dr. Blake announced plans for a new welfare branch.
I've been in dialogue with Mr. Raymond Wilson to ensure that we build out this welfare branch, not to compete with the Federation, but to entrench and institutionalize what exists by leveraging all the work that you have been doing as a federation. The High Command has no business shunning that responsibility.
Dr. Blake revealed that the pending welfare branch is still in the planning stages as they work to determine its structure.
We have to know what we want and then restructure ourselves to get that, to deliver that. And so we have not yet fully fleshed out what the branch of the welfare and wellness branch will look like. And it's welfare and wellness because we wanted to incorporate, as we have been doing under Superintendent Raymond Wilson, an excellent job he has been doing since the establishment of the unit. Yeah, man, give him a round of applause, man. I think excellent. All right, so we want to incorporate everything, the medical, the psychosocial, everything about the full well-being of the individual.
He also announced a $1.6 billion budget dedicated to new uniforms.
You shouldn't be coming here and persons asking for bulletproof vests. It shouldn't be. That's a requirement. That's our responsibility. We send it here. We need to do that. But we have a budget for this year of $1.6 billion for uniform, and that includes 5,000 bulletproof vests.
Ronaldo Adams, CVM News.
Following a meeting with Eastern Hanover Member of Parliament Dave Brown on Sunday, residents woke up to an appalling sight in the community. They've been left both confused and concerned regarding what took place overnight. Trisha Gay Kelly has the details.
Residents of the Cascade community in Hanover spent hours or perhaps even days beautifying sections of the community. But Monday morning, when they ventured onto the road, they realized parts of their paintings were covered in green and sections of the murals erased. They believe the act was a political ploy. One resident, Stacey Ann Lawrence, says it's heartbreaking.
I feel very disheartened. This is petty, childish, and we're not saying political in Cascade, we're saying community, we're saying oneness. But when you come and you do something like this, you're sending wrong signal. But this is it, the pictures, we will be painting it again. It will be painted again.
The residents who volunteered their services and donated cash towards the initiative had constructed the bus shed earlier this year in the community square. Equipped with electricity, it provides light in the nights and even has charging ports for devices. Irvel Wallace, another community member, says this reaction was unexpected.
We all work together as a community service. We work together and I'm coming from the Cascade Sports and Community Club also. And we work together to accomplish this job here. Because all these things had never happened in Cascade. And we were so proud of it.
They say building the shed was not a political move, but rather a voluntary project. People's National Party MP caretaker for Eastern Hanover, Andrea Perkis, who is also a member of the community, informed our news team that she was also a part of the team that spearheaded the project. She's urging the individuals involved in the act to desist from doing it again.
We're making a plea to the perpetrators to not continue with this type of behavior. It's not welcome, and we will not stop. On Labor Day, we will be up and running again, and we will be focusing on the community of Cascade.
Member of Parliament Dave Brown held a function in the community on Sunday night, which some residents believe may have been a contributing factor. They are calling on Brown to investigate the matter. Trisha Gay Kelly, CVM News.
Stay tuned for the business segment right after this break.
Mom is not just a mom, she's so much more. She's not just a wake up at the crack of dawn, make breakfast kind of mom. She's an armchair detective who would love a 3-piece TV combo. Get her one starting at $49,999 or save up to $150,000 on a new living room set for her to lounge in. Upgrade her bedroom with an 8-piece bedroom combo for only $149,999. Plus, you can shop for her today and pay later. So let's celebrate Mom, because to us, she's so much more. Courts bringing value home. Offers end May 31, 2024. Conditions apply.
The best Burger King with the best tasting burger under the sun. You deserve the best. You are number one. Best. Flame grilling, juicy whopper, cause you deserve it. Yeah, next level, awesome. That's how we serve it. Mama menu done your way. The taste rules every day. Flame grilled goodness, you deserve it. Great taste, well done. More flavor, fresh fun. Burger King, best tasting burger under the sun.
At MSW Events, we believe that every love story deserves a grand celebration. And so, we invite you to be a part of this unforgettable experience. Whether you're saying I do for the first time or renewing your vows, MSW Events knows how to turn your special day into a truly unforgettable experience.
Good evening, I'm Ramon Gordon, and this is the Business Report. Inefficiencies are being addressed with a new system that will align the country with international best practices and improve the efficiency and transparency of public procurement. The Finance Minister, Dr. Nigel Clark, had previously stated that sending procurements to the Cabinet can take up to 25% or even more time of major projects. However, while speaking at the Caribbean Public Sector Financial Management Conference 2024, Dr. Clark introduced the concept of a public procurement catalogue. This new initiative is designed to enhance interaction between the public and private sectors.
Is our intention to develop a procurement catalogue for the public service that will make the procurement of certain categories of goods extraordinarily efficient. And this aspect of public procurement reform is inextricably linked to the shared services modality, whereby the government will say, we intend to purchase up to 100 pens over the next year. We need people to come in and bid for the price at which you will supply pens to the government. There's a bid that takes place, and there is somebody who wins, and it might be for these kind of bids, maybe you have 2 suppliers or 3 just to balance your risk. And then once that procurement has been completed, for the next 12 months or the next 24 months, any department, agency of government would be able to procure pens from the entities that won that particular procurement bid at the drop of a hat within a few hours or a few minutes, provided they abide by the terms in the procurement catalogue.
Dr. Clark invited those gathered to consider the possibilities that a sustainable, resilient and value-adding public sector could bring to Jamaica's economic future.
Imagine the power of this approach. What it will allow, therefore, is for procurement departments to focus their efforts on procuring goods and services where there is a special need to go direct, or special need for that entity to focus on it. And all of the commonly used and shared items across the public service to be procured more efficiently. So the government of Jamaica is intent on producing a mechanism by which a procurement catalogue can be made available to ministries, departments, and agencies to procure commonly used goods at predetermined prices, and that predetermination would be arrived at by open, competitive, and transparent tenders for large quantities that are where the pricing is good for the period of the procurement catalogue.
That was your business report. Stay with us. News continues in a moment.